Hey guys, and welcome to Piko Tutorials. Today we are going to talk about how to manage users and user roles. Think about roles as essentially groups, kind of like AD groups. So let's get started. So in the Piko client here, on the left-hand side, you've got your users tab here. Under the users tab, you have all your roles, and then under the roles, you will have any users that are assigned to those roles. If I want to manage a user or create a user, I can simply right click on users and go to new user. I have an option here of what type of user. Is it going to be a cloud user or a local user? Cloud user means that the email address will be associated with the Pico cloud, which is how the users would log into the system. If it's a local user, that they will ask for some more information from here because you're actually creating that password and that information for them. We tend to shy away from this because the management of this is much tougher. And obviously we don't want to be, having access to other people's passwords and whatnot. So for this situation, we would do a cloud user. You would type in their email, and then you would pick what role they belong to. So again, like I said earlier, roles, think of roles as like groups. So do they belong to a group? Are they administrators? Are they just live view? Or do you have some custom roles that you've created? Once you pick the role that this user is going to be assigned to, you go ahead and type in the email and hit OK. If you notice, we're not typing any passwords or anything here. Once the user is set up, that email will be, an email will be sent to the customer. They will follow the link to picovms.com, and from there they will create their own username or their own password. Their username will be their email address. Once that's set up, they're able to log into the Piko cloud just like we did in the how to log in video. So let's look at user roles real quick. So if I right click back on user and I go to user roles, this shows me basically the full list of roles that I already have for this system, and then the permissions and who belongs to that particular role. And then from here, I can go into permissions, basically what this role has access to. Can they view recorded? Can they not view recorded? Can they, modify bookmarks, things of that nature? What cameras do they have access to? I can go all the way down to the camera level, or I can just simply check all cameras and resources. And finally, what layouts do they have access to? Do they have access to all layouts, some layouts, and so forth? In the event I want to create a new layout, or excuse me, a new role, I just click new role. And then from here, I can change the name of the role. And then again, all the permissions and everything moving on and so forth. If I want to manage the users, I have the user management. So again, right click on user, go into user management, and from here I have all the individual users. So say I want to edit a user, say I want to move them from one role to another, or maybe I want to delete a user altogether. So let's say I want to delete my my user account from Piko altogether. I can simply delete it, or I can disable it. Maybe it's a situation where there's a part-time employee and you only want, to have them access during the summer, whatever the case is. You can delete it and then you can enable it later. Or if I want to edit the user, I can simply come up here, edit the user, and simply change the role that I'm assigned to right here. So pretty straightforward. Again, everything that has a cloud next to it is a cloud user. Again, the benefit to cloud users is one, easy to log into, very easy from a client's perspective. On top of that, it's shared amongst all the other servers that are connected to that cloud. So say you're managing 20, 30 servers and you create a username and you give permissions to those other servers, that username is immediately going to be added to all those other servers and they're going to have access. On the flip side of that, if you delete a user out of here and it's a cloud user, they're immediately removed from all servers. So very easy from the user management standpoint. If you guys have any questions, please let us know. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you for watching Piko Tutorials. If you'd like to watch more how-to videos around Piko, please click here for our tutorials channel. Or you can visit us at picovms.com for more documentation and downloads.